Hello, lovely people of YouTube. Welcome to another completely miscellaneous stream about nothing and everything, where occasionally you might get bored and occasionally you might get pearls of wisdom. And sometimes you might
Pearl
feel,
necklaces.
well, yeah,
Oh,
everyone likes a pearl necklace. Well, I don't, and I wouldn't wear one, that's for certain.
I would.
Well, I know you would. Uh, that's a given. Um, but yes, and of course, I should introduce my panelists for this evening on this very serious news broadcast. And
Guan.
joining us all the way from Jamaica, we have Ivana.
Yeah, Guan.
From the Colonel's finger licking, fudge packing town of. I shouldn't give. I'm just doxing Chris. But Chris is from America. Hello.
Hi.
And from the southern hemisphere of the southerly regions of the England, we also have the young Mark. Hello, Mark.
Good
I
eye.
don't know why I said he's young. I was like,
I like how you said young twice. The young,
the young Mark. Mm.
the young Mark.
So this evening we're going to be delighting and entertaining you with well we do have a rather current topic to discuss first of all, so we can get all the seriousness out of the way and then we can start talking about tiaras and dildos. So I don't know how many people are aware of this. The British pet press are very much running with this story at the moment about the Momo Challenge, where apparently this kind of very scary looking, I would have put it as the thumbnail, but it's too scary, but this very scary looking thing pops up on a child's WhatsApp. I don't know if children should have WhatsApp anyway. That's a different discussion. I guess it depends
Showed up
on...
in YouTube videos as well.
Right, okay, so we have one person here who has bought in to the hoax. Because
I didn't buy into it. I'm just telling you what I have never seen it. I just saw a news article about this little kid was talking about he was on his iPad and he was watching like the fucking choo choo train or some shit, and then here comes Momo. And then the parent was like talking.
And was the clip of the video shown?
No.
No.
Because it doesn't exist.
I haven't once seen a clip of Momo. I searched far and wide to find some type of video, but all I come across is like a news article of Momo and then other people on YouTube that are just like clickbaiting.
So do you think that parent just called up the news network and be like, "Hey, my son saw the Momo," and then she coached him into saying, "You saw your Momo when you saw the Momo," and they got the news crew over there, and then they had a whole thing about it.
Well, as Mark will attain to, the Momo meme has been around for 3 years. However, it was only in the last few weeks that someone put something on Facebook, which then spread like wildfire, and the media, of course, ran with it. But at no point did anyone think to research this and go, has this really happened? Because the rumour behind it is that 200 kids in Russia have killed themselves. Which
always in Russia.
Yeah,
it's always in Russia.
Just blame it on Russia, because no one ever
right? The goddamn
so
Russians
vast.
did it.
Fucking Russians, man.
And they're so easy. They're so hardcore, but they'll kill themselves at any moment. Like, yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah, Russians don't need Momo. They live off vodka.
Well, it's true, but they don't kill them. They don't commit suicide. They do shit that causes their death.
No, but there's no hard evidence behind this. There's no patient zero to say. There's no one has this video. Basically, it's, and this is more what I wanted to discuss, is why would someone want to start kind of a worldwide?
It's not a fucking it's not a mystery. He wanted, or she wanted, attention. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Well, okay. But the thing is, like, yeah, the actual model behind the Momo thing is very scary. I was with my friend and his kids when they were told about it, and the kids saw the picture and they're like, that is, you know, that'll give kids nightmares easily.
It's like a live action version of Nightmare Before Christmas, the Tim Burton movie.
I absolutely love The Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, it's
great film.
Yeah. It's a bit more scary looking, I would say, than anything from Tim Burton stuff. But yes, it does have a very Tim Burton-esque feel to it. But I love Tim Burton, but that's a whole different thing anyway.
All right, I was just trying to.
I think, you know what, I think that the woman who, like, reported this should have done some more fucking research before...
Well, this is the trouble. Kids are being sent home from school.
Getting other children involved. Like, they're just scaring everybody.
Well, kids are being sent home from school and stuff, like, because they're like, oh, it's Momo Challenge.
Adam, I'm so sorry. There was video of the Momo talking in a childish voice, saying things with subtitles at the bottom of it, like how to kill yourself. I'm gonna kill you. You better kill yourself before I kill you, or some shit like that.
Send it to me.
I need to see this video.
Hold on, let me find it. Let me fucking find it. Hold on.
Right. Okay.
But how many?
It was so weird. You guys are talking about it because I read it this morning. I think I was on the toilet.
I can't find this video. Like I've tried.
It doesn't exist. No, like they're saying it was running through WhatsApp, and the whole "it's on YouTube" thing is just been a recent thing this week. Because, and I think Mark can tell us a bit more about this.
I'm confused too because from what I saw on YouTube, it's like they get this FaceTime call from Momo. Is that fake? Like I don't know.
Yeah, the whole thing is a huge hoax. The whole thing is fake from start to finish. But however, there was something along these lines before. What they've basically done is taken two memes and put them together. They've taken this meme of the Japanese doll or model or whatever you want to call it from 2016, and also the blue whale thing, which I'm not that familiar with, but I read this, so I'm kind of badly quoting what I've read. However, Mark knows about the blue whale, so if you could give us a little bit of history on that, Mark, I would appreciate it.
Yes, just to adjust something that you said earlier, Adam. When I said that the whole thing was like 3 years old, I was referring to the Blue Whale Challenge.
When you were 3 years old?
No.
3 years
oh yeah,
ago.
the blue, yeah. That was
3 years ago.
Yeah. But what was the Blue Whale Challenge?
Basically, that was a social network thing going on in Russia again, of course, and it basically how can I say? It was like a 50-day challenge. Apparently, I messaged about that during. It would be like several different acts of stuff like self-harm and stuff, culminating at the end with the person attempting suicide.
What, and this was like a blue whale that appeared in what, in like YouTube videos or something?
No, Blue Whale was just like the name for the challenge.
Oh, I did hear about this at the time. Kennedy, I will, once Chris has sent the link, I'm sure, I think Chris is
I'm looking.
post links in this chat anyway, so he could post the link there. Yeah, I heard that too, CG Rooster. I thought it was someone flushing their toilet, but I'm not sure what it was.
I dropped something.
Something?
Your dildo.
No, I dropped. Not gonna lie, I just dropped like the can of beer that I was drinking.
That's a party foul.
And I was like, shit. But yeah, that happened.
But yeah, I guess there's not that much we can say about this Momo thing, but I would say, in a way, and I don't know if you guys would agree or disagree with this, but it's probably more harmful that people are saying anything to their kids, because the image is so kind of nightmare-inducing alone.
But you know what pisses me off, though? It makes me so fucking angry that, like, we've come to this situation where, like, this thing happens on the internet and we have to send our kids home. Like, it's insane. I don't know.
Who's sending kids home because of this? What?
Yeah, schools in the UK have sent kids home.
UK, they're sending kids home because of this Momo thing.
What is sending them home so they can go on their iPads gonna fucking do about it?
Exactly.
No,
I don't
at least when you're at home, I hope you guys have secure networks. My school has a secure network. Kids can't just go on fucking YouTube.
I would rather have my kids be at school than at home. Yeah, at least they're learning
At
something.
least in my district, the kids are safer at home than they are at school.
Well, I think we may have taken like
Oh,
the kind of
he's
comment
at
is
home.
when I said kids are being sent home from school, I meant like with a letter in their bag saying "Look out for the Momo Challenge." I didn't mean I think some kids have been sent home because they've been taught about it at school and then they've started crying, and they've gone, oh, you know.
Yeah, but the way that I see school, maybe it's just different for me because I grew up without having like phones and shit in school and internet. But I would be in class like learning something valuable. I wouldn't be learning about fucking Momo with my phone out all the time. But I guess it's different for kids now. It's crazy. I don't know.
Has any of you guys actually looked in the chat? Literally, Momo has joined us.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh.
That's creepy.
That is quite
I don't.
creepy.
I'm not looking at the chat.
What the fuck? Ew! No.
We should get Momo on for an interview.
I don't like this. Someone is trolling us right now.
I don't think it's the real Momo.
Well, you
I know, but someone's trolling us.
But yeah.
I do not like this.
We'll go get a knife, right?
Oh,
I am real. Go get a knife. Fuck yourself, Momo, you stupid cunt.
Momo, why don't you should encourage
Fucking
people to kiss each other, or maybe not children, but you should encourage adults to kiss each other more often.
Hey, Momo, has anyone ever told you that you're the biggest cunty bitch that we've all ever known in our entire lives, and you are the ugliest piece of shit ever? Get the fuck out of this chat, you whore.
Wow.
I don't know where you live, but you live in a stupid, weird place that you've been... Ugh, just go away.
Okay, I could just ban this person. You're aware of that. I was just curious to see whether she
No,
would go.
Let's keep her in here. I know where you live. She knows where we live. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, it's alright. Where I live, I'm protected.
I'm protected as well with my, house.
Adam, I sent you on Facebook. I sent you the link. You gotta watch the whole video, and there's little parts in it where it plays the video, and you can see the bottom of the screen, the text scroll, and the little kid voice is in and out of this like little news segment.
Right.
But I sent it to you. I sent it to you on Facebook.
Well, I want to see it.
Flipping Facebook. Right.
I sent it on my phone. I don't have it on my tablet, or I'd put it in the.
Send it to my Facebook.
Fine, I'll send it to yours as well.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually more curious. Sorry, this isn't very.
One of you guys can put it in the
I'm
in
more
the
curious
chat.
to see what pans
I'll
out in
do
the
it.
chat.
I'll put it in the chat. Okay.
Like, it's not the full video, but in this segment you can see there's the video play. Wherever they got a clip of it, and it shows you hear the little kid voice, you see the Momo, and you see the text underneath. It plays for a little bit throughout.
if it's the video that I'm thinking of, Chris.
All right. I'm gonna put
there are,
it in the YouTube
there
Yeah.
are
chat.
like fake stuff for news reports where you see the text come up on the bottom of the thing with the Momo face, and
Yeah.
if you look at the interface and everything, you can clearly see that it's been faked.
Mark knows his shit when it comes to this kind of thing, to be fair.
No, I believe him. I'm just showing you what I saw. That's all. I mean, I think it's BS.
I'm absolutely convinced it's a hoax. The thing is, like 2 days ago, Steph and I were, sorry, my friend and I were telling, well, the father of these children was telling them about
Wow,
Momo,
man.
and, just doxing everyone tonight.
You're just fucking making just long and short.
No, I mean, he was telling his daughters about it, and then the next day he came down to me in the morning and was like, I think it might all be a hoax. And I was like, yeah, I've been reading more about it, and I think it's a hoax. Anyway, I was having a bath earlier today, because it was, it had been
Bath day.
It was bath day, annual bath day. And,
Happy birthday, Adam.
thanks,
Happy
guys,
bath
thanks,
day.
yeah. It was a very nice bath, actually, but, I won't go into that.
That's
Soapy.
So, yeah, I have coconut bubbles in my bath.
Anyways,
Anyway.
we don't do your breath.
And I watched a clip from Newsnight, which, although it is from the BBC, I really like the current presenter of Newsnight. She's a very down-to-earth lady. and they were saying it's a hoax. And also on Newsnight, they had Mumsnet. Now, if anyone's familiar with Mumsnet, these guys get up in arms about anything that might harm children. So if you've got someone from Mumsnet agreeing that this is a hoax, then yeah, it's an absolute hoax. So yeah, Newsnight and Mumsnet have both debunked this whole Momo thing. And in a way, it's kind of worse, because the kids have seen this, like, really scary image or whatever, and they get upset, and that's,
And then you try to explain to the kids, because I'm sure I'm going to hear it when I get back to school next week. They're going to be like, oh, did you hear about Momo? I'm like, it's debunked, it's crap, don't worry about it. And they're like, no, they don't believe a damn thing you say, because they think everything is real on the fucking YouTube. And it's so, I have so many argumental conversations with these students about how you can't believe everything you see, and how, and then I pull up my laptop and I pull up editing software and I show them how to do it, and they still don't believe me. So it's very, what you're saying is like the aftermath of this is it's what's really going to cause damage, not the actual thing.
No,
there's going to be copycats, kids taking it literally, and it's going to spawn a whole bunch of shit. It's you know, we'll talk about this at the year, you know, in January, about, you remember that Momo and how the world lost their shit? Yeah. It's just,
yeah, no, it's the aftermath that pisses me off. Honestly, it's like the whole Momo thing, yeah, it's fucking stupid, but it's the aftermath that makes me so angry. Like, people make it more than what it is, and that's their own fault.
Yeah, like, no, to an extent, but at the same time, you can understand parents want to protect their children, even if it's just
I get that, but you have to think logically. Like, think logically about this for a second.
You got a problem because people are stupid.
Yeah, I know that, and that's fucking. It pisses me off that people are that stupid. Like, come on, look at it in different ways. Like, think of this logically. Come on.
And tell your kids, and like, you don't make it such a big, you don't sit them down and talk to, you have to have a mentality of, this is stupid and ridiculous, so your kids can see that. They need to see that it's complete horseshit. They'll take that mentality. You're right. It's, I mean, I'm getting a little heated about it, because you're right. I have to deal with this shit now. You know what I mean?
No, this is stupid. Don't even fucking look at it. Like, I don't know. You don't need to sit your fucking kids down and say, look, honey, Momo.
I know Momo scared you, but it's not real. You're just like, it's bullshit.
And blah, blah, blah. No, don't fucking do that. You fucking sit your kid down, say, this is bullshit, don't fucking look at it. Not in those words, but I'm saying, like...
Well, I think that's what most
parents... And there's another parent, and they do things a certain way, and then there's another parent that does... Maybe it's me, like, being European, that's like, we just do things a different way than, like, most...
because you're Greek, of course.
But, like, I'm gonna say a lot of Canadian moms that I've seen and I've been around, they, like, pussyfoot around situations, and they make it, like, bigger than what it actually is, and it's so fucking annoying. Like, just tell your kid, okay, this isn't real. Like, get over it. My mom used to say, there was one time, I'll give you an example, I was in the car and I was feeling, like, anxious for some reason, and my mom goes, you know what, you need a smack in the face. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I'm acting like an idiot. I snapped out of it in, like, 2 seconds. And then I've never been like that again before. I don't know, I just like parents who are just real. Like, don't drag things out. Just tell them what it is.
Yeah, I mean, those are good life skills to develop when you're young. So when you become an adult, you can handle life a little bit better, and you're not, you know, resorting back to childish behavior.
I mean, the whole thing, it seems like kind of a pointless exercise. I'm not sure anyone has got out of this Momo hoax, to be honest. Like, what would be the end game or the achievement from it?
Attention. That's it.
But attention for who? Because no one person is getting attention. Attention for who?
No, but attention seeking comes in all shapes and forms. Somebody planted this seed anonymously and just sitting back watching the devastation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I'm feeling very pleased with themselves. Yes, that could be true.
But just like everything else, they can't settle for that.
Different websites.
Yeah, so they're probably going to take it up another notch.
Sorry, guys. Someone keeps making like this ripping soft sound, and I'm not sure which of you guys it is.
It's not me.
I don't hear that.
Then it's
It's
you.
not.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Is it actually me?
Well, no one, everyone else has heard it except you.
Can you hear it now?
No.
Maybe it was my music? I don't know.
No, I don't know. Sorry.
If it's your music, you have horrible taste in
Yeah,
music.
that's not good music. Like just listening to a sandpaper being rubbed together.
No, what were you? Oh, I don't know what you were hearing. I'm sorry. I don't know what it was.
That's alright. Just don't let it happen again. And,
I'm sorry. Jeez. So if I try playing my music one more time, if you hear it, let me know. Because then I'll really shut my music off. But
Okay.
It's quite a sweet love story happening between Dan and Momo in the chat at the moment.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Yes. Me said it's probably your box, Ivana.
it's really not my box, but
Your box is loud.
maybe my box is roaring because it hasn't had any action in like 2 months.
Well, 2 months would be good.
Or more. Maybe more than that. I don't know. Who
Yeah.
fucking cares? Whatever.
Well, yeah.
But if you roaring sound again, that means like, yeah, it's really
Just
angry.
started fake news about like random deck pecs just showing up in kids' television programs.
Yeah, maybe we should start that.
Well, it's not Elsagate, is it?
But it's literally Dex.
It's Deckgate.
Right.
Hashtag Deckgate.
I was just scrolling through my phone, and all of a sudden, I got this big, gigantic deck pack.
How many decks on my phone?
Okay. So anyway, I think, yeah, of course we do have Momo with us, but yeah, aside from the Momo in the chat, I kind of, I think we need to put this to rest. In fact, the Momo in the chat seems fairly pleasant so far. Be nice to
Yeah.
Momo.
We probably know who Momo is. Let's play the game. Who do we think Momo is?
I don't think someone made an account that quickly. I think someone's made an account over the last
No,
few days.
this isn't the first time I've seen Momo.
There's been a
in
lot
your
of
chat.
a lot of people doing streams and videos about Momo. So I'm sure someone went, do you know what? I'm going to make an account as Momo. And there you have it. Well, whether or not, or if it's someone previous, someone who we do know, then fair play. Everyone likes a good troll.
It could be because it only takes like, I don't know, 20 seconds to change your picture and change your name.
Yeah, very true. It could be.
I think Momo is a man, for sure. It's definitely a dude.
I don't know. It seemed very feminine to me. Anyway,
No.
But no, aside from the Momo who's been with us, who has seemed fairly pleasant so far.
No, but I mean, the Momo with us is definitely a man.
Okay. But yes, I think parents who are listening and anyone else who might be worried, those who are easily upset. Hi, Hal. Sorry, not to say Hal's easily upset. Just saying Hal. Hi. But yeah, guys, don't worry about the Momo thing. It's not real. Also, I'd say parents, take more care. Why do your kids have WhatsApp? Like,
Yeah.
there's probably a lot worse things that could.
Yeah. Didn't you get that memo?
Yeah. Didn't you get that Momo?
No, they didn't.
Like, don't let your children have what.
There's kids at school who have better shoes, better iPhones, better watches than me. I swear to God.
But yeah.
Yep.
They don't need this shit. They don't need iPhone, whatever the hell.
The children in your class are flexing on you.
Yeah, they're flexing hardcore, bro, and it's starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah, well. Just steal their shoes. Just find the biggest boy.
I just confiscate their iPhones. I put my SIM card in, and I'm like, I don't know where your phone is. This is mine.
Yes.
But yeah,
right, with their fidget spinners and their damn. They play with this slime shit all the time. I don't know if you guys are knowing this, but these kids are making slime and shit on YouTube, and it's everywhere all the time. I look.
What?
I've noticed that.
They make slime out of laundry detergent and glue.
And PVA glue, yeah.
Yeah, to just make it. And they bring it to school, and they're always playing with like a fidget.
What the fuck?
I mean, when I was a kid and you were at school and you had, say, some kind of glue, you would get suspended. You'd be called a glue sniffer. You would have a visit from a policeman or woman or whatever they would call him nowadays.
I
Now,
guess that
Mark, you
depends
talk
on the
about your glue
gender.
sniffing problem.
Yeah, but
How many bottles a day?
yeah, no, that was at my school. They didn't mind at all if you sniffed the glue, as long as it was only like yoo-hoo.
Well, it was the eating the paste that was really big at my school.
Yeah, we never had paste in England. We used felt tip.
We had
pens.
copy decks.
What?
Smelt
It's like-
of horses.
It's like it's like chunky glue.
But
like
anyway,
blue chip.
I was getting on to a more serious point here, and that is perhaps this whole kind of Momo thing has started because as a way to show parents that they should have better supervision over their child's mobile phones. If you're allowing your children to use mobile phones, then they should be heavily supervised.
Yeah, they should only be using it in a serious situation.
Yeah, exactly. Emergency calls only.
Yeah. They should only
Right.
have the capability to use it for phone calls.
Well, I think there's many reasons children shouldn't have mobile phones. Not just because of the fact the dangers that come with them, the predators and the things they can look at if they have data and such. But not just that, but also kids should grow up like without phones, like most people did,
Yeah.
because you have a better childhood.
Go out and play with their friends and stuff, like, but everybody's like so fixated on social media now. It's crazy. And by giving your kid a phone, that's just enabling them to do that.
Well, they all go outside and hang out, and then if you drive
Yeah.
past them, they're all looking at their phones just in
Yeah.
a circle.
Exactly, yeah. It's just like when people go out for dinner, like on a date, and they're on their fucking phones. It's the same thing.
Oh, that's incredibly rude. I cannot stand it when people do that, especially if it's like a first or second date. Like, once you're comfortable with people, it's fine. You can just sit next to each other in a restaurant looking at your phones, but not early on when dating. Someone, if someone gets their phone out, well, you can either take it as two ways. They're a cunt
Not interested.
or not interested. But then if
Well,
you
yeah,
Both.
I'm not gonna
It's
lie,
fucking
I've
bold.
done it before
Yeah, you weren't interested in the guy, were you?
because I wasn't interested.
yeah,
So
well,
I,
at least I have
yeah.
the decency to go to the toilet, phone a friend, say, can you phone me up and make an excuse in 5 minutes? And then go back, and then my phone rings, and I go, oh god, I've got to go. Much
I did
better
that
than just
one
getting
time.
your phone out and looking at it. That's very nonchalant.
Yeah, that's a very gentlemanish way to handle that situation.
Yeah. That way they
I
don't
did
get
that one
hurt.
time, Adam,
anyways,
because
Kid-
my date got wasted on me, and I didn't know what to do because she was getting loud in like the restaurant and like pounding on the table, and she was like drinking wine like a fish. So I went and I called my friend to come pick me up.
Well, exactly. Good. Anyway, Cassandra's made a very good point here. I wonder if Momo will turn into the next Slender Man and kids will start sacrificing their friends to appease it. Well, Cassandra, yes, you're quite right. That did happen only in one instance. The two little girls in America that murdered their friend for Slender Man. The thing with Slender Man is it's quite ridiculous that anyone would do anything to appease Slender Man because Slender Man's origins can be traced back to like, what, 6-7 years ago because he was part of like some online horror website thing competition sending your scariest photos. I really enjoy Slenderman stories. I don't know if that makes me quite sad or whatever, but however, Slenderman isn't real. It's not like, let's say, witches or vampires or something where there's been myths and legends for years and years. The whole of Slenderman's origins can be traced back to all within the internet and where he first appeared and where he's come from now. Due to my day job, like a lot of the people that follow the website I work for, they're huge on Slenderman, so I have to write articles about him sometimes. And I wrote once what I thought was a very cool article, because they say, supposedly...
Yeah, but kids don't do their research like, hey, I want to worship this thing, but maybe I should Google it first. They don't think like that, though. That's why it's so damn dangerous.
But see, well, I wrote what I was very proud of, an article, because I wrote this article saying, well, they say if you write about Slenderman, he'll come after you. And I wrote like the first part of the article talking about his origins and this sort of thing. And then I wrote a second part of the article going, since writing about Slenderman's been following me. Obviously, it was made up, but I had fun doing that.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, I thought it was
It's like those creepy pastas.
It was a little
I
bit of a
love those
creepypasta.
creepypastas.
Yeah.
Those some of those are freaking scary, man.
Mm. Well, I'm a subscriber of a Reddit No Sleep. I highly recommend it if you want something to read. Like whenever I go and have a meal or something on my own, I always want to read something on my phone rather than watch something sometimes, because it's good to use your eyes.
Because if you look down at your food, you could miss something if you're watching something.
Yeah, so you can like read these. Some of the stories on there are fantastic, especially like if you order by like favorites and stuff. Like if you're into horror stories, I highly recommend, if you're on Reddit, subscribing to Reddit No Sleep. Dan thinks Slender Man is Peter Crouch, who a reference probably only Mark and I will get. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could well be Peter Crouch. I love Peter Crouch. I think he's one of the funniest footballers around. He's got a really good sense of humour. He's very down to earth, that man. Like, he was once asked, wasn't he, about his... He dates a model called Abby Clancy. And he's like... oh, that was it. No, he was once asked, like, what he would do if he wasn't a footballer or something. He's like, I don't know, be a bin man or something like that. He's very, very down to earth and self-aware, and I like that. And they said, like... would you be dating Abby Clancy? He was like, not if I wasn't a footballer. But yeah, I like Peter Crouch. I don't know why this has now turned into the Peter Crouch appreciation stream. But yeah. So,
Slender Man.
Momo. Yeah, it's all a bit bollocks.
Momo is a slut.
Well,
I wonder how much penises Momo has had. Probably a lot.
I don't know, because if you actually see the full model of Momo, it's a very weird thing. It's got like weird kind of chicken legs and stuff.
Yeah, but there's a lot of weird guys that would probably have sex with that, so...
Oh.
Yeah, guys.
Just on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's got the big eyes, and guys go for big eyes. Hey, Wallace.
I never noticed
Anyways,
chicken legs. The only
chicken
models
legs.
I've seen, there's like no legs whatsoever.
Oh, you need to watch Newsnight, Mark. Why aren't you an educated man like me?
Hey, I refuse to watch the bastard broadcasting company.
Fair enough. Well, you'll need to if you want to watch the new Partridge. But
Anyway.
Yeah, no, they showed the full model of the thing when it was on display in a gallery in Japan.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
sorry.
won't talk about your love like that, Dan.
Yeah, let's not upset Momo. I think the Momo who came in here seemed quite pleasant.
No. Dan said don't talk about my love like that.
Yeah, because he's gonna bang Momo.
You're gonna bang Momo? No. Don't do that.
Anyway, right, so I think in regards to the Momo stuff, we can kind of all agree, yes, it is a hoax, and if anyone's here to learn any information on it, just take our words for it. Your kids aren't going to get anything on WhatsApp. More importantly, though, take this lesson to check your kids' phones and things more regularly.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there much scarier than Momo.
Well, just don't give kid a phone.
Like Andy.
Yeah, there are real pedos like Andy out there who will gladly terrorize your child, and he's real.
Yeah. And he won't be telling them to get a knife. He'll be telling them to get a dildo.
Adam's a pedo too. I'm just kidding.
Right?
Pedo.
Yes, a pedo. That's how we say it.
Yeah.
Pedo.
Pedophile.
Pedophile.
Ass.
The pedophile.
But it's a pedophile if you're of British origin.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Pedo.
And we did invent the language, so would appreciate it.
Butchered it.
You fucking didn't. You did not invent the. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
The English didn't invent the English language. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Listen.
Why would it be
you're right.
fucking English if it wasn't from England? You know, retards.
The Greeks did.
Oh, yeah. The Greeks also
The Greeks invented everything, but you
Yeah.
can't trust Greeks either.
No, the Greeks invented men sucking other
You
men
can-
off in a bar.
Divorce anybody?
I'm Greek. You can trust me.
Never trust
Never
Greeks
trust a
bearing
Greek.
gifts.
Yes,
I
exactly.
don't have a gift for you, so you can trust me. I don't have a gift.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't bring me something, I can trust you.
Well, I can bring you a lot of things, but I'm not. I'm just saying. Greeks are very trustworthy.
Right.
I'll give you a gift. The gift of Greekness.
Greeks invented math,
We invented more than math.
astronomy.
Greeks invented homosexuality.
No, we did not invent
yeah,
that.
Oh god, homos were everywhere in ancient Greece.
Yeah.
Man, there's
Yeah.
Achilles had a lover.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
everyone was
Yeah.
shagging dudes. It was normal.
Man, animals have sex with other, like, if there's like a man monkey, they have
Spartan.
sex with other man monkeys.
Wait.
Spartan.
I need to address Wallace's comment, though. Yes, I understand English comes from amalgamation of Latin, Greek, German, and indigenous language.
Yeah.
However, it was formed and made into a language in England. And then...
In England. I don't
Yes,
know. I don't believe
which is
that.
hence why it's called English, and it's not called American or
Yeah,
Canadian.
whatever.
Yes. Henceforth... Anyway...
Anyways, next subject.
Yeah. Right, next
I'm not
subject.
I like Greeks.
Next subject. I know you do want to talk about the Kardashians at some point, Ivana.
Ah,
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to talk about what a terrible, terrible newspaper The Sun is. However, this will only really resonate with the people from the UK here. But I was flying back from the UK yesterday, and I picked up a copy of The Sun, and it honestly made my blood boil just reading that newspaper. It was just like sensationalist propaganda, the whole thing from start to finish. And it's, I mean, I've had an issue for The Sun a long time, with The Sun for a long time. I've mentioned it before because, of course, when I've done streams with Andy, and he loves paedophiles and talking about them and stuff, and we talked about how The Sun, like, they always put people on a massive witch hunt. However, The Sun was also the same newspaper that counted down the days until Charlotte Church turned 16, so that we could all wank over her guilt-free, apparently.
who?
Who?
Charlotte Church.
Charlotte Church.
She's a Welsh
Who's
opera
that?
singer. But
Opera singer?
Yeah, she shot to fame when she was about 14, 15. And,
Why the f are you guys watching opera singers is my question.
because
She
we're
made it
famous.
mainstream.
Yes, she brought opera to the mainstream, and also because
Okay.
Opera's in mainstream? When?
Yeah,
well,
literally.
you see, this is the difference between the UK and where you guys are from. We have class.
Wow. Well,
Oh.
that's a hit. That's a hit. Wow.
Right.
Okay.
No, Wallace, she's not 16 now. She was 6. I mean, this was years ago. I think she's like 2 years younger than me or something. Maybe a bit younger, but not much. I mean, I'm only 20, so...
Times what?
Wow.
Well,
I'm
life has
older.
really taken its toll on you.
I'm 28 and you're 20? That's crazy.
Yeah, life is not big. Like, you're 20 in, like, the 13th century.
Right. Anyway, but the reason there was one article in this
33 now.
33, so she's 5 years younger than me.
Anyways. Well, that's good.
But there was one article in this paper, and it really made my blood boil because it was only a tiny little column. They hadn't really put any attention to it. It was just pure sensationalism because it just said, boy 12 rapes his little sister 6 after recreating a scene from Grand Theft Auto 5. And that was all it said, and it just made me really angry because I was like, right, for one, there is nothing like
What's
that.
the rape
that
scene in that? I don't remember a rape scene.
There's not.
There isn't one.
There isn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's sensationalization to turn people against what is one of my absolute favourite video games of all time, which is probably why I became quite angry and agitated about it. Secondly, at no point in this column do they say, well, why are the parents allowing their children to play 18 games? And 2, why are the parents allowing their children to do this sort of thing? And it's absolutely nothing to do with GTA, as Dan's just said. It's just, this has happened, and the Sun have gone, do you know who we can blame this on? Let's blame it on Grand Theft Auto.
I have something to say. Thirdly, why would they make that? Like, that's a huge story for one.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens, why would they make it like a little small little column? You know,
Because it
like
never
it's
really
so
happened.
irrelevant. But
'Cause
that's
I
a
feel
big
like
thing.
American news would pick up on that.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
because
for
of the
sure.
video
Yeah.
game tie-in. What are people gonna do? Start lassoing people because they saw it on Red Dead?
But they're just gonna throw it
That
in
put
a UK
ideas in their head.
magazine like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a small little article about how somebody raped their sister or whatever. Like, that's a little fucking weird. They
you
put
guys
it in there to fill a gap.
It is exactly, and I mean, the fact that it's such a serious crime that's given so little paper space, it sort of shows like their disdain. The fact they're just fucking putting it in there. But you remember as well, Chris, you just mentioned like Red Dead, and that whole thing with the guy killing the suffragette was completely blown out of proportion. And like, it was, oh, he's so sexist, he killed the suffragette. And it's just like, well, you can kill anyone in that game at any time. Like, the mechanic is
I
there.
remember what you're saying. Yeah.
Does that make him sexist just because he chose to kill the suffragette? It wasn't in real life, was it? It was in a fucking video game. But anyway, yeah, The Sun, it had loads of other stories, though, and I just felt while I was reading it was like, this paper is, all it's trying to do is make me hate video games. And there was other stories that was like quite frankly xenophobic. Like, the paper is very pro-Brexit, and it's very kind of like, oh, we should hate the immigrants coming over here, and these Muslim people coming to our country, and whatever. It's like that's... I didn't like the way that paper was trying to force me to feel. And I also felt like my IQ was dropping every page I read of it. And I was going to bring it home with me, because I wanted to keep that little column they'd written, but then I just felt disgusted. I didn't even want to put the paper into my rucksack, so I left it. No, Butler, not the Daily Mail, it was the Sun, actually. At least with the Daily Mail, now I'm not a Daily Mail reader, but at least they're just outright racist. Like, at least they know where they stand. With the Sun, it's kind of like this subtle hatred towards immigrants and these kind of sensationalized stories to just make people feel anger, and it's just a horrible thing. And I know this is how the tabloids make their money and how they survive, but fuck, I mean, does integrity not matter to anyone anymore?
It doesn't matter.
No,
to
because
the
integrity
media
doesn't
anymore
sell
or
papers.
newspapers.
Yeah, exactly, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, they will just blatantly come out with out-and-out lies just to, you know, get some ad revenue and headline space.
And then they'll subtly put out a retractor, and nobody will even notice it.
Well, I guess it's kind of a nice tie-in to us really talking about the whole Momo thing, because it's like sensationalization, isn't it? In fact, in the Sun, in the paper I was reading, in the very paper I was reading, it's saying, warn your kids of this Momo thing. At the same time, I'm looking on my phone at these articles saying it's a huge hoax. But yeah, they'll do anything. Yeah, it is. Butler's put it very well there. It's printed clickbait. That's exactly what it is. Printed clickbait. And you know. And the thing is, quite often I'll clickbait on something like BuzzFeed, the Buffy cast, where are they now? Where are they now? And then I'll be like, that was a waste of 10 minutes of my life. That video was...
BuzzFeed? Jesus.
BuzzFeed's fucking awful.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, no wonder they've lost so many employees. Well, they had to get rid of them, didn't they?
Because they swung way social justice warrior too. Like, they're all like, have you seen their videos? Ugh. Bad.
Yeah, well, I've only seen their really kind of tacky videos that pop up, though, that sort of say 10 celebrities you wouldn't believe what they look like now. And I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. And then it's like, well, yeah, they look 20 years older because it's 20 years later. That was a waste of my time, BuzzFeed. Why do I keep getting recommended your cunting videos? Anyway. Yeah, see, you guys should come here for the real news on this channel. We're giving it to you straight.
Word on the
straight line news.
Straight, yeah. But yeah, I guess that's all that's about all I've got to say on my subjects. So I know, Ivana, you wanted to tell us some about the Kardashians.
Well, I guess I was just angry because I went on Twitter and everyone was talking about this whole Kardashian scandal that happened about Khloe Kardashian. You guys probably don't even know this.
No, you'll need to give us some background.
All right, so apparently Khloe Kardashian, her boyfriend cheated on her or whatever with a girl named Jordan Woods, who is like best friends with Kylie Jenner.
Is she the transsexual?
Wait,
That's
what?
Caitlyn.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So, Caitlyn Jenner is the dad that turned into a woman.
Wait, but he wasn't the one that defended O.J. Simpson in the trial, though, was he?
No, that's the Kardashian. So
But he died in the 90s.
yeah,
And
he
she-
died.
And she remarried
Chris,
the guy from the Olympics.
Yeah, Chris Kardashian remarried.
What? Not
to-
Oscar Pistorius? No, he...
No.
No.
Chris Kardashian remarried to
Very confused.
what's his face?
Jenner.
Jenner. Yeah.
Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner, and then Bruce Jenner turned into a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I've
a whole
seen-
different story. Anyways,
Okay,
so Chris and Bruce Jenner had 2 kids, Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner. And then they also have 3 other kids. Chris has 3 other kids. Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, and what's her face? Fucking the other one that's irrelevant.
I have a brother. Don't forget about the brother.
and that
Boy.
Rob Kardashian. Yeah,
Is that the one they keep in the loft tied up because it's a freak?
maybe.
Oh, he's the fat one, thinks he's a music producer.
Yeah, so anyways, so Khloe Kardashian was married, or not married, but she was dating a guy named Tristan, and they had a baby together and everything. And Kylie Jenner, who is technically, well, they're related to the Kardashians.
Yeah.
She has a best friend. She has a best friend, and her name is Jordan. So apparently, one night, Jordan was out at a party and was partying with Tristan, Khloe Kardashian's boyfriend, who they had a baby with. So Jordan and Tristan went and partied together, and then they went to like an after party or whatever. And now there's all these rumors going around that Jordan and Tristan hooked up.
Right.
So now
Oh, no.
Everybody's all on Twitter going like mental about this subject, and like that's all I'm seeing on Twitter is like,
Not
oh
on my Twitter feed.
God, blah blah blah, like they hooked up, like who gives a shit? And I'm just like looking at all these tweets, like people are so focused on the Kardashians, and me in my head, I'm thinking it's just a publicity stunt because the new season is coming out soon. And I don't know. It's just
Damn,
like
they still got their show? For real?
it just pisses me off. Like they're so fucking stupid. But everyone is taking the Kardashians' side. And I'm like, why? I don't know. It just fucking makes no sense to me. And then you look at this other girl who's only 21 years old, and you have the Kardashians like bashing this innocent girl who I think didn't do anything. But they're like throwing this girl under the bus, I think, just for publicity.
Yeah, well, to be honest,
Like
Wallace agrees with you, Ivana,
She has a child, like a newborn child, and she's going on Twitter being immature, saying to this 21-year-old girl, like, why are you lying and stuff, and you should call me in person and say sorry.
So what?
But
Look, At this point, it's the Kardashians' job to do all this shit. They get paid whatever the hell.
Yeah,
So she's just doing what
off.
she's been doing for. That's all she knows how to do. Like that's what they do.
But
That's their.
It pisses me off. It's like, why?
Yeah, but that's the old.
It's because we let them do it years ago. We gave them a fucking show, and
that makes me so angry.
It
Like,
changed-
up to this point.
Yeah, but that
Their lives-
whores
we'll never
should
understand
not
their
be
lives.
given a
We'll
TV
never-
show in the first place. The fact that
No, they're fucking so cute. They don't deserve that.
Yeah, but we as the general public, public, the fact that we lap this crap up only feeds into it, isn't it? And
Yeah, but what if this 21-year-old girl who's like just becoming herself now, and you have this massive, like, this family, the Kardashians, that are just bashing her and putting her down, like, that must really fuck with her in some way. Like, what if she's really telling the truth? No, I didn't sleep with your ex-boyfriend or whatever, and they're just going on social media just for their own public justice or whatever, just to give them attention, and they're just fucking someone up.
They shouldn't, like, these people, like, they have no talent. They shouldn't be in the spotlight.
They're totally fucking someone's life up, though. That's what I think.
It would be okay if they had an interesting life.
Yeah, but everybody, like, there's millions of people that are looking at this on Twitter and Instagram, and it's like the #1 trending thing right now on Twitter.
Well, I had a weird thing.
Maybe on your Twitter.
Yeah, I think
maybe on mine, but like everyone on my Facebook and like Twitter and Instagram, whoever I talk to, it's like all they're talking about, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, they're just bashing this 21-year-old girl that supposedly is a home wrecker, but I don't think she is, but they're just like ruining her life because of this one scandal. It just
Why aren't they mad at the dude? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if the guy should be accountable too, but they're only pointing fingers at the girl.
Yeah, I only think of girls.
Yeah, I mean, everyone only thinks of girls too, and I'm just kidding. But
oh no, you can finger men.
I
don't mean you personally.
You can finger pop each other's assholes.
Exactly. Chris knows what he's talking about.
Finger popping each other's assholes.
Yeah, she got it. Yeah, 21 Jump Street. Or 22 Jump Street, I think. I can't remember.
I really like both of those movies, actually. I don't remember the quote though. I was just like, my name is Jeff. But anyway.
My name's Jeff.
I'm just pissed off because of the media. Like, the media just pissed me. It goes back to the whole Momo thing. It's all media. Like, it's gone out of hand, I think.
Yeah, but it has. But the thing is, what I do is I bury my head in the sand and I pop it out very occasionally to look at something interesting. I don't really have the time for these.
I do the same exact thing, and it sucks. Like, I wish I was born like 30 years ago.
Yeah, but the world's so kind of... I'm going to sound like a really kind of warped old man now, but the world's such a weird and twisted place to what it was 10 years ago due to the internet and social media and stuff. And,
but that fascinates me. I like to find out what people... like, what their fascination is with social media. Like, why are they on it so much? I'm on it a lot, but I'm not so focused in on what I feel others are focused in on. Like, I don't know, I just like to look at pictures and stuff. That's pretty much it. But other people are, like, so into it, like, too much into it. And, like, how do you get to that point that you're just so focused on social media and that's it? Like, do you have another life outside that?
Well, you obviously don't have attention-seeking behaviors, or you don't really feel the need. I think if you can become addicted to social media or anything like it, I think there's something in you that always sought out attention or craved it or craved drama or somebody else's drama, or you're always like you're one of those people who peeks their blinds and peeks on their neighbors, or you can't trust them to keep a secret, or they feel like everything they say is gold and everybody should know it. You already have those inherited traits, and then someone gives you a device that makes everything that you already feel like you can do something with it, and then you can get instant results.
Yeah.
If you already have that mindset and you go into like a situation like that, you're going to get addicted to it. And
Well,
I don't like attention, so I don't really give a shit about social media.
Well, that's what Butler's just said, though, Chris, and it's quite similar to your comment. He just put 2 words: instant gratification. Now, these are 2 words.
Oh yeah, totally.
I would normally use these words when describing like the amount of hardcore pornography and complaining they don't make porn with storylines in it anymore.
Yes, they do.
Man, close your eyes. Well, not close
Well,
your
you
eyes.
have to send me some links, Mark, because I can't find any.
Just turn the volume off and make up your own story.
But yes, it is instant gratification in the way that to be gratified is to be like congratulated. Absolutely, it's like, oh, I've put this post on Twitter and it's got 100 likes. That makes me feel good. And I think also Dan mentioned it lets off. Was it dopamine you said, which is like a drug in your brain? It's a bit like the reason that I love eating really hot food, because it lets off endorphins in your brain. So it's a bit like taking a very small amount of ecstasy every time you have a really hot chicken wing. But yeah, so it kind of I can see why people would get addicted to that feeling of being appreciated. But when you start looking for your appreciation only within the realms of social media, it's your life becomes kind of a desolate hole.
Right. You wake up every morning to get your fix of likes and comments and attention, and if you don't get it, social media stops being social. Now you have an addiction. Now you're no longer getting high. You just need to just survive. So you have to you just become this personality that just morphs into just.
It's insane. Like you have your own personality outside of social media, and then you have your social media personality. It's like
they'll mix if you get too addicted. You'll just be the social media person because it's like when you need heroin, you just become someone who steals, robs heroin, rob heroin, and you're not getting high anymore because you're not, and you're just taking it so you can like function through the day. It's no longer. Some of these people don't. It's no longer fun, and a lot of these people who are addicted to it, if you meet them in person, they're fucking miserable people.
Yeah. I met this girl. I'm probably, I don't know, a couple months ago. It was when I was dating my ex. His cousin was literally always on her phone, like taking pictures of herself and then posting them on Instagram. But I think she had some sort of app that would like get followers for her Instagram app. Like she would pay to get followers so that her Instagram would look like better than what it was. So she would have a shit ton of followers, but then she wouldn't be following anyone. But she would always be taking pictures of herself.
No, you can weed those out by looking at the likes and comments.
Yeah. So I looked at them and it was total fake accounts. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, you're taking these pictures, but then you pay to get likes. Like, are you trying to be like a paid Instagram, like what do they call them?
Insta
models.
No, what are they called? Influencer.
Oh,
a social influencer.
It's like she's trying to be an influencer in some way, but she's a nobody. She lives in Canada and fucking Bancroft, Ontario. Like, she's nobody.
Bancroft?
She's paying people to like her pictures. And that's what people do.
Well, yeah, if someone said, I'll give you $5 to like a picture, I'd be like, yeah, no skin off my
No,
nose.
but she's literally paying this random Instagram account, I think, because I kind of saw her on her phone, and I saw her doing this. She's literally putting money towards a fake, like, Instagram thing, like, get random people liking her pictures, so that it makes her feel better. She's like, oh my god, I have 300 likes on this selfie of me wearing basically nothing.
That's kind of sad. Like,
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is what she spends her time on.
But this, I mean,
what's her Instagram?
It's easy to correlate that
I
between.
don't follow her anymore. It's Rebecca Maxwell.
it's easy to correlate that between, say, that and buying views and likes on YouTube, which there's many kind of big YouTubers that people have said have done it. And I suppose with YouTube there's more of an end game though, because if you can make your channel look more popular than it is, I mean, the more subscribers you have, the easier it is to gain more. However, at the same time, there's, again, for me, it comes down to a word that one of my favourite words is integrity. Like, if I bought sub bots and likes for my YouTube channel, I wouldn't feel like, and I don't mean this, I mean, obviously I love everyone who comes to this channel, and you guys are great because you come and see the kind of absolute crap we talk about that's not just scam baiting, but I mean in regards to like my scam baiting channel, which is moderately larger than this one, and like I could go out and pay for 75,000 more subs and finally get the silver play button that I crave so badly, but it wouldn't be like I did it. It would be like cheating. It would be like taking a shortcut in a race.
If I were to post a selfie, I'm not going to pay someone to like it. That's what she's doing in her Instagram account. She's paying someone to like her selfies.
Well, I don't really understand why she would do that. Is she really ugly?
No, well, you know what? Her face is nice, but if you actually, I think she's, okay, she only shows her face or shows, and I think she photoshops her body, because in real life she's pretty fat. Her face is nice, but then in the pictures that she posts, yeah, she like photoshops them and then gets people to pay, and then she gets all these likes. Yeah. So I'm like, don't even understand.
What's the end?
Is she doing that so she can bait other people into going, hey, you should
she's married.
Join?
She's literally married. I went to her wedding. So I'm confused.
So she's married?
Yeah, she's married.
And she's paying for likes.
But there's girls that are married or in relationships that still do this. They like pay for likes.
But why would they need to? Like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I don't know. I can't understand this mentality because I've never done something like that before. But people
can you monetize Instagram?
No,
is that a thing?
You can become an Instagram model, I believe.
Like, if you're like an Instagram, like they say influencer or whatever, then you can make money. Yeah, but the thing is, she's paying. She's putting her own money towards getting likes.
This is kind of similar
to
something else a lot of YouTubers have been talking about recently. And this girl that's basically, she's quite a big, I guess, what we would call an influencer. But she's also, like, she's making loads of money from her Patreon by sending, like, dirty photos from her Patreon and stuff. And a lot of kind of smaller YouTubers that I enjoy and sub to, that I probably shouldn't admit, but people like Memulus and I'm Alex and, what's the bloody Newcastle fella? He's pretty funny. Will N.E. And they've all been talking about this. I don't know if all of them have, but all of those kind of content commentary creators have been talking about this girl that I can't remember her name. And I should have done a bit more research because it would have been something I probably would have jumped on the bandwagon about, but I've been a little bit busy this week and haven't been able to do so. But yeah, they were talking about this girl and how she's making tons of money, like, from people getting her highest Patreon account, and then they get, I guess, personal. How? You legend. Belle Daphne. Yes, I think that's her name, yeah. Thank you very much for reminding me, but yeah, they're all talking about this girl. Now, I'm not sure exactly what it is she's done, but I've seen a few people talking about her recently. But we live in this kind of weird, vacuous time now where everything's about, oh, well, how much do people like this? And oh, if I get 100 likes, that's going to make me happy. And that's just fucking depressing. I mean, Ivana, what you said about the girl, like, she's married. Like, why would she need validation from Instagram?
Exactly. I would literally be, if I was married, I would be validated right then. I'm lucky enough to have a husband. That's great. I haven't had that much luck, but yeah, like I don't know why women have to go towards social media to like validate their own self-confidence. It's a little nuts, in my opinion. I mean, I've posted selfies and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't feel better if I have to wait for so many likes and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I have whatever, how many likes on my picture. Oh, I feel so much better. No, I do it because I feel like I look hot and I'm gonna take a picture of myself and post it. Fuck it, whatever. But her, it's like some people.
I
Sorry. For it.
What the hell was that?
I had a little bit of phlegm in my throat. I apologise. It was rather unpleasant. I've been talking for a long time. But if I was her husband, I'd be kind of disappointed. I'd be like, why do you need to be validated from Instagram? I can validate you with my cock.
Yeah, that's the confusing part, is like, I don't understand what her husband does about it. But then again, I don't really look into other people's relationships. Like,
he probably doesn't even know about it.
Maybe,
he probably
That's
he's probably
bit
like
dark, though,
busy. He's dude. He's doing his own thing. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Women are weird.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Women are dirty.
Yeah, weird. I can admit it. I'm not.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, normally you'd expect a man to make a picture like that, but women are dirty. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop quoting The Office now. And
yes.
Yes. Well, you should never stop quoting The Office. Oh, that was a weird noise.
Oh.
So you're just full of weird noises.
Yeah, literally. Are you like ejaculating over there? What's going on?
Well, I just realised
Did you jack it off on stream?
If you want to be relaxed for a stream, you always have to jack it off. Little Julio reference for the big fans.
For the diehard.
Yeah, for the diehard fans.
The diehard.
In 6 days, the new Ricky Gervais comedy comes out. Oh, I'm being treated at the moment. Brand new Alan Partridge, brand new Ricky Gervais. Fucking.
You're being treated.
I am. English comedy is coming back into a new era. And it looks really good, the new Ricky Gervais comedy as well. But then it's Ricky, so everything he does looks good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Dan. Die-hard fans or two of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I've never actually referred to my subscribers as fans. One of the first rules I ever made when I started doing YouTube was that I never want to say that I have fans, because that would be pretentious. So followers.
Well, that doesn't sound any better. Like you're a cult leader. These are my followers.
Yeah, well, exactly. I think I share a lot more in common with Jim Jones than I do with any celebrity. So you're probably right, Chris.
You're like fucking Charles Manson. I've got my followers.
Yeah, exactly.
My women followers.
Yeah.
Bloody Church of Wreck.
Not just the women followers, all of them. They're all going to drink my Kool-Aid. Which is not a euphemism for semen.
That's mayonnaise.
That's my mayonnaise. Who wants to drink my mayonnaise? Promise you won't die. Sorry. Sorry, you need to be quite familiar with the whole Jonestown saga to understand the references and jokes we're making.
To be fair, man, that was horrible.
Yeah, it was.
The Jonestown.
It's dark shit. But if you watch the documentaries on it, they're really interesting.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else any of you guys want to put to rights before we...
Well, I'm just surprised that you haven't done any random live streams about the latest apocalypse.
Oh, well, Mark, you'll have to fill me in the words of Craig David.
Ah, Well, maybe because it's quite a big subject, I'll mention it off stream because.
Well, this sounds very interesting. I didn't know. I'd heard inklings about more people being demonetized and such. Oddly, I've not had any demonetization problems on my main channel over the last few streams.
I think that may be because you don't have any children in your stream.
What? Okay, now this is intriguing.
Yeah, I would have thought that you and Andy would have been all over that stuff because it involves
children.
Yes. It involves children and inappropriate time stamping of certain family-friendly videos.
What do you mean? Is this like that that video I made where I found the weird pedo? Maybe you needed a better description to know what the hell I'm talking about. But I made a video a while ago where like there was someone was talking about Elsagate still being kind of. I think the video I made on it was called "Elsagate Still Alive and Well?" or something like that. But I'd came across this not like that. I'd come across this video, and it was just very odd and kind of sexualizing children. But some dude left a comment in the comment section. I clicked on his video and I looked at all his liked videos, and they were like under 13s. Synchronized swimming tournament and things like that. And I was like, this is literally a dude on YouTube who is not hiding his paedophilic tendencies at all. How is this allowed to happen? And in fact, why are people being allowed to upload videos of young kids in bikinis and shit in the first place? Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, this latest apocalypse is mainly caused by, I'm just trying to look up the name of the YouTuber, a guy named Matt Watson. Basically, he used to create some really edgy content back in the day,
right.
And now, because he's like a failed YouTuber, he's more or less trying to get the platform totally demonetized out of spite.
I did hear something about this. I think Keemstar, I hate to admit, I do subscribe to Drama Alert, made a video about this, but I didn't get round to watching it, but I remember seeing the title.
Yeah. Yeah, Keemstar just, I mean, that's, to be honest, that's how I first found out about it from Keemstar.
The thing is, alright, let's have a little chat about him as we're on the subject. I've warmed to him over the last 12 months. Like, I know he's a massive cunt, and some of the things he's done on YouTube are pretty much unforgivable. But recently, he's kind of become more of a reasonable human. If that
yeah, I
makes
would
sense.
say that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think he's finally matured a little bit into YouTube. It took him a lot longer than, say, someone like Felix or PewDiePie. But he's, yeah, I actually quite enjoy his content, and it makes me feel terrible for saying that now. But yeah, I mean, because the thing is, you can't forget what he did, because what he did was kind of unforgivable, and I was in the camp of that guy should have been banned from YouTube forever. Especially after he falsely accused that man on Twitch, wasn't it, of being a paedophile, and then the guy got a whole load of hate and ended up like crying on stream, and it wasn't even the right person, and it was really fucking harrowing. I imagine being falsely accused of something. I mean, I know us guys, we all joke about those things all the time, but I'm pretty sure that our audience, all two of the die-hard audience, are very aware that it's all very much tongue-in-cheek. However, imagine if you were a Twitch streamer, and this guy, he didn't, I think maybe he had like 60 Twitch subs or something at the time, and then Keemstar was like, this guy's a pedo, and he got like 500 people coming in his stream going, you're a fucking pedo, and he's like, why is everyone saying this? Like, there's not, he didn't even have kids or anything, like, he was like, this is just horrible. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of found that quite unforgivable on Keemstar's part. However, I did warm to him a bit because he did a lot of podcasts with one of my favourite YouTubers ever, Colossal is Crazy, and then I kind of ended up following Keem through that. But yeah, I mean, he's still a cunt, but he's a more entertaining cunt than he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we've digressed again.
Yes.
Yes, well, I digest. So,
That them come.
Wow.
What?
What does it always got to become?
I don't know. I have a really dirty mind. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
you make me look
I've
clean.
noticed.
lie. Yeah. Sorry, I'll stop now.
Right.
It's not offending me. I just saying.
Come.
Come.
Anyways,
Right.
any more subjects that we want to talk about? Maybe the viewers want to talk about.
We were
I
asked
don't
a
know.
question by Johnny a while ago, and I apologise, Johnny, we didn't answer it. And he said, what news story or kind of news story do you believe should be covered by the media?
Coverage.
That's just because I'm British and we speak properly.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, I don't think there are anything... That I kind of found a difficult question. It's like, well, if it's a newsworthy story, would I not have been aware of it from the news? But something I would like to see covered, I guess... I'd like to see more, and I know our mate Pace Shaman does a hell of a lot about it, but I'd like to see a bit more about this incel culture. Because I was thinking about this the other day. And how these guys kind of hate women, yet are desperate for women at the same time. They're like a huge paradox of people. And then even if they could get with a woman, they get angry because she slept with another man beforehand.
What?
I guess you're not privy to the incel culture, Ivana.
I guess not. No.
I think Base Shaman had to take down a whole load of videos because of that topic. It's not really YouTube friendly.
But it's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Because I think some channels have been like totally removed because of it.
The fact that these people even exist is kind of beyond the realms of belief.
You gotta go and see what the fuck, incel.
Incel.
I think like a lot of the channels being taken down as stuff because whenever people think of incels, they think of Elliot Rodger and others like that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but incel, it's short for involuntary celibate. So it's basically men that can't get laid and realise they will never get laid, or they say that they realise, but the mentality they then take, they don't seem to realise, puts this whole huge blockade on them ever being with a woman. And they get like they refer to every man that gets laid as a Chad and every woman that gets sex as a Stacey, and they think that all women are sluts. And it's very strange because as someone who's a bit more old school,
interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't.
World, we're all fucked. That's weird.
Yeah, yeah, but we're living in the
That's
age.
why aliens won't come say hi. They're like,
No.
fucking Earth.
Like,
Jesus
guys,
Christ.
Yeah, you guys are all fucking retarded. Like, you guys are stupid. Like, oh man.
Well, we're living in a day and age where everything is giving rise to all of these other groups. You know, you've got the feminazis on one side who have taken what should have been a brilliant idea of pure male and female equality, and then twisted it into women should be better than men. And then
I just retweeted something. Speaking of, like, I don't know, feminism and stuff. I don't know. I thought of something.
It wasn't that red thing, was it?
Do you see that?
That was the first thing I saw from your Twitter. I thought, bloody hell, who have I just following?
Yes.
Man, no, seriously, I was somebody tweeted, this woman literally put, like, I'm sorry to sound this way, but there was a woman that put period blood all over her face.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I did see your tweet about that.
She literally put her period blood all over her face because it makes it like empowered and like periods are beautiful. And I was just like, I saw that and I'm like, it's women like you that make the rest of us look fucking crazy.
I don't know why people need to do that.
I got so pissed off. I was like, why the fuck are you doing that? You're making other women look like crazy fuckers, and then it makes men not want to actually date us. Like, it just makes them want to fuck us. That's it.
But it wasn't it a bit like, oh, to show that
It makes
periods
us
are
not want to do
beautiful
that
as
either.
well.
If that's what you do with your period blood.
Well,
I don't know.
well, yeah. It's like women are so fucking crazy sometimes. Like, why would you do that? I don't know. They're like, it's like a feminist thought. Like, why are you being that fucking stupid? Like, why are you fucking putting your period blood all over your face? You're a stupid feminist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
I'm not against feminism or whatever, but I think there's an extent, there's a line that you just don't cross. Okay? I'm not a feminist at all. But there's women that are feminists, and it's just like they just cross the line, and it makes the rest of us look crazy.
But why is it?
You think that's how black people feel?
Maybe, I don't fucking know, but
You know, because they get pigeonholed by, you know, like
yeah, maybe
it's like when feminisms or women or any, you know, group of people or type of people do something crazy. It's all it all.
But
it's not even like people have such a big thing against periods. Like, I'm just like, all right, you're on your period, let's get a towel. So,
well,
you got your Red Wings, Adam?
Man, it has nothing to do with having sex like on your period. It's just like the whole fact that like, oh, women should be more like, oh, you should fucking get on your knees and, you know, praise us for having our period. That's how I see that picture. It's like women, no, it's a part of life. We get our fucking period. You should fucking smear it on your face and have people see like, oh, we have to praise you for having your period. Like, who gives a shit? We get a fucking period. Men have shitty things that happen to them too. It's like, the fuck? Get over it. We get our period. Put a fucking tampon in and get over it.
Yeah.
Go on fucking day. Like, who cares?
Just don't taste
tampons aren't good for you. You shouldn't use tampons.
Taste metallic though.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's like pads and stuff too. Whatever people want, but I don't know. Personal preference, I guess.
Right.
Right.
As we've now got onto period blood and periods, it might be time to wrap things up quite soon.
Yeah, I just thought that like the whole thing, someone putting period blood in the face.
Yeah, no, I saw that tweet, and normally I like your tweets, but I was like, I'm not gonna like that tweet.
No, don't like that one. But I thought it was like a little fucked up.
But yeah, I guess unless you guys have any pressing matters. News of the day, so to speak.
Not really.
All right, then I guess, guys, in the chat, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. It's been kind of interesting. We've had Momo in the chat. Wow, that was, you know, we talked about Momo and then they appeared.
Showed up.
Yeah, we'll do a Slenderman chat next time and see if he appears. That would be quite interesting, or maybe not. And we've talked about the Kardashians and how much I hate the Sun newspaper. If anyone who isn't from the UK is ever in the UK, never ever buy the Sun newspaper. May I recommend, I know I'm going to sound like a complete liberal left-wing cunt, but may I recommend The Guardian? If you need to read a newspaper, try The Guardian. Especially, you can buy it in like little tabloid size now as well, which is kind of cool. Instead of having
who's still reading the fucking newspaper?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
I read the newspaper
since the Daily
Can I recommend a really good VHS tape as well?
Yeah, what, the one your mum made?
Ooh, you saw that too?
Memorex,
Shots are fired.
Who do you think shot it?
Shots are fired. Yeah.
I shot it off my deck.
Yeah.
Back to the deck.
Yeah, sorry.
Broken now. Broken deck.
Anyway, we finished off with a lovely mum joke. So, ow, fuck. Sorry. Not ow. I just mean my mouth is kind of burning because I forgot to. I just took my whiskey's neat, completely neat, and I like a little bit of water with it. Not ow. It's just my mouth had a bit more spice than.
Oh, what? You like a little bit of Momo with it?
I like a little bit of Momo with my whiskey. So
Yeah.
I'm off to jacket to Momo.
Awesome. Me.
Yeah, you can join me.
Wow.
A weird, fucked up Momo 3-way.
Yeah, no. I'm good.
Yeah. Best to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. As always, guys, thanks for joining me.
Always
Alright.
very fun.
Yeah.
And
Yes, thank you.
everyone in the chat, thank you for joining me. If you haven't slowly licked that like button, I know it might look like your keyboard is full of germs.
Yeah, lick it hard.
But just
Yeah.
use your
Oh.
tongue to do it. It'll feel better.
Yeah, you'll feel better.
Don't lick your keyboard.
No, don't
Lick-
lick your keyboard because you'll
Lick
get.
your keyboard, you'll feel a lot better.
You'll be a keyboard licker.
Yeah.
Oh.
You won't be a keyboard warrior. You'll be a keyboard licker. It's like a combination of a keyboard warrior and a window licker. That's quite
Yeah.
good. I'm saving that, Mark, to pass off as my own joke in the future. Anyway, guys.
Anyways.
Thank you so much for joining me, guys, in the chat, and thank you, you three, my panelists, for this very professional newscast this evening.
Straight line news.
No problem.
Yes. Straight man news. That's what I should call it. Alex Jones 2.
Right.
Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Take care. I will see you all, I'm sure, very, very, very soon. Whether it be on a stream or in your dreams. Either way, you're going to end up satisfied. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.